You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment. And as always, you can catch all of our audio from all of our videos over wherever you get your podcasting from. Apple, Google, Spotify. Man, I just looked at my Antonio Brown video. Woo, I triggered some folks on that video. Oh my goodness. Just like I said, I literally had one woman go, "Did you even watch the video of the security guard?" And I'm like, "We watched it in the video together? Question mark, lady?" So anyway, you know, people are like, "But he's part owner of the team." Actually, he's claiming to be the 100% owner, and it just so happens that, no, you're not. The other owner came out and said no. But that's on a side note, but I know a lot of times Antonio Brown, Tom Brady can get put together, so I thought I would comment on that because, yeah, I got ratioed on it, and I can't tell you how much I don't care. Very funny indeed. And the security guard was employed by the arena. So there's that. Not by the owner, not by the team. So, yeah, he probably did not give a rip whether Antonio Brown was the owner of the team or not. He was getting him off for safety issues. It is what it is. So let's get to this. We got two things involving Tom Brady, and one is an unretirement, a non-denial of a retirement. This is crazy because Tom Brady gets asked point blank, would you unretire and play for the Dolphins? You know what Tom Brady does here? He does not say no at all. In fact, chose to not answer the question, really. This is really interesting. And we're going to get to a lawsuit because Tom Brady is suing a comedian for an AI video that was put out on YouTube, and it's been taken down now. We can't even watch it. But it was Tom Brady standing on stage in AI doing a comedy special, a stand-up routine. And Tom said, "No, we're not going to do that. Let me hit you with a good old lawsuit." So, and whether or not that lawsuit proceeds, I don't know. We'll look at it because I think they may have asked him to just take it down. I don't know. This is PFT and it's Florio. No one knows whether Tom Brady is truly retired from football, including Brady. By the way, I did bring Brady up in that Aaron Rodgers video because it seems to me like more and more steam is brewing around the idea that the Niners could, in theory, look for a veteran quarterback, and I cannot imagine if that's the case. There's rumors about, well, there's not even rumors. Brock Purdy came out and said he doesn't know if he's playing in 2023. Well, the Niners are going to start looking around, especially when you consider they're trying to trade Trey Lance right now. On Thursday, he had a chance to provide a little clarity to the situation. He didn't. There you go. Speaking at Emerge Americas on Thursday at Miami Beach Convention Center, Brady was asked a simple and direct question. Quote, "Is there any chance you're coming out of retirement and playing for the Fins?" The options in response were simple. A is yes, B is no, C is I don't know, or D, a filibustering non-answer. Brady went with option D, a filibustering non-answer. Quote, "I will say now that I'm not affiliated with any team anymore, even though I have strong ties with a couple of teams. I do have some friends with the Dolphins that I really like," Brady said. "So I wouldn't say I necessarily root for them all the time, but I root for my friends to do well, and several of them play for Miami." Okay. Brady playing for the Dolphins isn't some crazy harebrained nothing. Last year, the Dolphins had a multi-step plan for landing him. First, he retires from the Buccaneers. Next, he becomes a minority owner with the Dolphins and possibly an executive. Then, during the offseason program, he unretires, and the Buccaneers and Dolphins work out a deal that allows him to play for Miami. The plan also included the Dolphins acquiring the ability to hire former Saints coach Sean Payton. We know that's off the table now. Thus, when former Dolphins coach Brian Flores filed a landmark racial discrimination lawsuit, the Brady-Payton plan was derailed. And there was a rumor that Flores got wind of the fact that they were looking into hiring Sean Payton, or that he was going to get canned for Sean Payton, and that's when he filed the lawsuit. He got mad and filed a lawsuit. And when the NFL investigated a claim from Flores that Dolphins owner Stephen Ross had paid $100,000 per loss in 2019, the league tripped over the evidence of blatant tampering, stripping the Dolphins of their 2023 first-round pick. We mentioned the possibility of Brady still landing in Miami in January before he retired for the second straight year. It remains a possibility even though the Dolphins have exercised Tua Tagovailoa's option for 2024. Even if it doesn't happen before the season happens, it could become an in-season bat signal situation if Tua continues to have concussion issues due to his helmet striking the turf when he is knocked out or thrown to the ground. Regardless, it's impossible to rule out anything with Brady. He may have completely believed he was finished with football when he retired the second time, and he may feel completely very differently when he realizes the football train is going to leave the station without him and without a second thought when September rolls around. So he's saying that as we get closer to things like minicamp opening up and then training camp, Brady may be like, oh, God, football's about to start. I'm not playing. Panic button. Boom, red button, see what happens. Now, the only thing I'm going to say about the Tua situation is the following. A lot of people wondered, and even Tua came out and talked about him retiring. Okay, and I'm talking about Tua. Now, it was going to be retiring because of concussions. Now, there's always a thought process in Miami. Could Tua sit for a year to put even more time between him and his last concussions, right? A healing process. And supposedly that does something to somebody that's taking concussions. The problem is, where would Tua be as a passer if he set out for a full season? So there's that. Now, the next thing is, and I'm just going to say it like we talked about before this, we got into this story, they're still the 49ers, okay? Now, we know there's starting to be rumors, there's starting to be some steam around Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers and the Niners. I still think he will end up with the Jets. But does it make me think the Niners may end up being in the veteran QB market? Very possibly, okay? So now let's get to this lawsuit over this AI special. The comedians have taken the video down, and one of these comedians is Will Sasso from, I think it was Mad TV back in the day on Fox, which was like Fox's version of Saturday Night Live, sort of, live comedy skits, yada, yada, yada. And I think it came on Saturday nights. So I guess they got a YouTube channel or a podcast. And, it didn't go so well when the Tom Brady thing came out. TMZ, Tom Brady apparently didn't think an AI-generated comedy special about him was funny at all. Funny as in funny or funny as in ha-ha? Maybe funny as in funny. According to the comedians who helped create the viral hour-long video, which featured an animated version of the NFL legend telling crash jokes in a stand-up format, TB12 threatened legal action over it just days after it was posted, which forced them to wipe it from the internet this week. Man, that sucks. Will Sasso and Chad Colgan, I don't know if I'm saying that name right, so my bad if I didn't, explained the situation on their Dudesy podcast on Tuesday, saying that shortly after he helped put up the fake Brady comedy special on their Patreon page earlier this month, they received a cease and desist letter from the GOAT's attorneys. The guy said Brady's lawyers claimed in the letter that the AI version of the future Hall of Famer, quote, blatantly violates the former quarterback's, quote, rights. And if they didn't meet a list of demands, which included taking a video down, a lawsuit would be forthcoming. Wow, here it is right here. Immediately remove the use of Mr. Brady's name, image, voice, persona, and likeness, and any other unauthorized uses of Mr. Brady's name, image, voice, persona, and likeness from any websites, internet platforms, social media profiles, or printed materials that Dudesy and or affiliates controlled, including by removing the infringing special along with any content in any way contains or refers to the infringing special or parts thereof, including, for example, teasers, podcasts exerting the infringing special, short form media from Patreon. Wow. Okay. Damn. Sasso and Colgin clearly thought the whole thing was BS on their podcast. They wondered how it in any way differed. Let's just put it that way. Differed from live comedians doing impressions of celebrities on shows like Saturday Night Live. But they nonetheless acquiesced. The comedians said they took down the comedy special at midnight Tuesday. They added, though the situation wouldn't prevent them from making further attempts at AI comedy, perhaps even making one down the road that features President Joe Biden. So, I guess they're going to make fun of Biden? Question mark. I would watch that if they clowned his ass. That'd make me pretty happy. So, I guess TB12. Look, I do see Tom Brady as somebody that probably takes his brand, I mean, TB12, pretty seriously. I could see him probably not being too happy. I think Joe Rogan came out the other day that there was a fake Joe Rogan AI podcast of his out there. And I don't think Joe was very happy about that. And I wonder if some of this doesn't have to do with the idea that, everybody's kind of weirded out by this AI thing to begin with, okay? And, Elon was on with Tucker this week, and he was talking about AI. I saw where there was a fake kidnapping of somebody's daughter this week, and they had the girl's exact voice. I mean, it's kind of wild how this AI thing is sort of steamrolling all of a sudden. And of course, Elon's out there talking about, not necessarily Skynet activating, but, well, Skynet activating, okay? And we all know how that shit turned out. I mean, if you guys need a John Connor, what the hell? Okay, I'll do it. But you know what I'm talking about. A bunch of rednecks with some guns fighting Terminators. Okay. Sounds good. We'll sign up. Where do we start? Miami. At this point, me and John was talking about Tom Brady unretiring earlier. I got to be honest. I'm starting to be more like 60% he will, 40% he won't. Just about 2 months ago, I was more like 90% he won't, 10% he will. The closer we get to football season, and John just said, I hope Brady comes back. Me too. F it. I hope Brady comes back and plays for somebody. Just not the Dallas Cowboys, John. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports 2 supporters. I think I said that earlier. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.